復讐とは決してまっすぐな道ではない。むしろ森だ。森の中では道に迷いやすい。自分の位置が分からずどこから来たかを忘れる。
In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big-budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster.
Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm ERod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. In their infancy, video games were considered to be for children. In fact, they didn't reach their adolescence until the early 90s with the release of Street Fighter. Not only did Street Fighter bring video games to the next level, but it revolutionized the fighting game genre. Before Street Fighter, fighting games were very basic. You had very limited moves, and for the most part, you had little to no choice of what character you got to play as. Street Fighter kicked all past fighting games in the jaw with a whole roster of versatile fighters to choose from, fast gameplay, and some of the most amazing fighting moves you've ever seen. Not only did Street Fighter pave the way for games like Mortal Kombat and Super Smash Bros., but it has set the standard to this very date for what a good fighting game should be like. Obviously, with the game's immense popularity, there had to be a Street Fighter movie, and what we got was the 1994 travesty starring Raul Julia and JCVD. There's no sugarcoating this one. This movie is awful. First of all, there's no tournament or street fighting. That's right, there's no street fighting in the Street Fighter movie! Instead, the movie's about a war. Guile has an army, and M.Bison is a dictator, Chun-Li's a reporter, and Ken and Ryu are gigolos, I guess? And while it might be a stinker, it's still fucking masterpiece theater compared to Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li. Now before I bust this one, there's still one issue that I have to address. In the first Street Fighter movie, Guile is the main character, and in this one, Chun-Li. Why? Ryu's the main character in the Street Fighter games. How could they have fucked that up? Twice! So our movie begins with a young Chun-Li being trained by her father to be a martial artist. We see her develop through the years, and what the fuck? Did she just grow from a little Chinese girl into a white woman? Okay, I know that Kristen Crook thus has some Chinese ancestry, but her Chinese features are not that prominent. They sure as hell not as prominent as these little girls. Who the hell casted this movie? Mindy Marin? Oh, don't start! Life is good for the wealthy Chun family until... Michael Clark Duncan is Balrog? Aw, this should be awesome. We have a Kung Fu master going up against a professional boxer.
So disappointing.
The situation goes from bad to worse as the devious orchestrator behind this attack finally makes an appearance. Bison. Wait a minute, Neil McDonough? Now don't get me wrong, I like Neil McDonough, he's a great actor, but could they have picked an actor who looked less like M.Bison? What's wrong, Mindy? Was Gary Busey unavailable?
I beat up Mel Gibson once.
So Bison and his goons kidnap Chun-Li's father. Why? We don't know. We know Chun-Li's father's really smart and is helping Bison do something against his will, but we don't know what it is. Hell, we don't even know what Bison's Shadaloo Corporation does. Whatever it is, it's probably professionally
Evil. Do we have to chat about it all day?
So Bison meets with his fellow evil guys, and they decide to walk out on him. So Bison sends Vega to kill them all. Aw yeah, Vega's gonna go meet evil on all their candy! Whoa, 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 what are you doing cutting to him? I don't care about what he's eating. I want to see Vega cutting and slicing and punching and kicking and fuck it. Yeah. So then we cut to these two assholes who are investigating whatever evil thing Bison's doing. Detectives Maya and Nash. Not only are these two not Street Fighter characters, but their scenes are worthless. It's almost like the movie came up short, so they spliced in scenes from another movie. So after Chun-Li's mother dies of the same unnamed disease that killed all the Disney princesses' mothers, she decides to search for her father and take down Bison. To do so, she gives up her wealth and starts living on the streets of Bangkok. Why? It's not like you're Batman and you're trying to understand the criminal element by living like them. You're looking for your father. Wouldn't the search go faster if you had the wealth and resources of a billionaire heiress?
That was really stupid.
Eventually, her life on the streets leads her to Robin Shu from... who plays the mystical sensei...
My name is Ken.
Gem? I'm sure you'll strike terror in the hearts of criminals everywhere with a name like... Gem is truly outrageous. Among the new skills that Jen teaches her, we have basic blocking, fighting blindfolded, and shooting fireballs? Now, I know that a lot of Street Fighter characters shoot fireballs, but my issue here is that Chun-Li never questions it. If a dude shot a fireball out of his bare hands right in front of me, I'd be like...
How'd you do that?
Work out, plenty of rest, you know, eat your green vegetables.
Chun-Li never questions how he can shoot fireballs, survive explosions, and heal the wounded. Now this really bothers me, so I've come up with a theory to help me cope with the lack of exposition. So step aside, Fist of the North Star, cause Jen is the real Kung Fu Jesus!
I am going to kick your ass.
So after learning the ways of Kung Fu Jesus, Chun-Li gears up and goes to confront M.Bison's attaché, Quintana, to get some information, and that's the costume? How does this in any way resemble this? And what I'm showing you here is a picture of a fan who made her own costume. So you're telling me that a fan can make a more accurate costume than a professional Hollywood costume maker? Even Jackie Chan got it right! Man, that's disturbing. So Chun-Li confronts Quintana and... what the... Well, I didn't rent softcore porn again by accident. It was an honest mistake. Now I can respect them trying to make this movie more mature. After all of us who played Street Fighter while it was popular are now in our late 20s, early 30s. But I think it's rather narrow-minded of them to exclude children who could potentially be future gamers. Not to mention, this scene's kinda gay. So after giving Quintana a whooping in the ladies' boudoir, Chun-Li finds herself surrounded by Bison's goons, and you gotta be fucking kidding me! Was that supposed to be Chun-Li's signature move? Okay, that was not the spinning bird kick. That was a breakdancing move, and she didn't even hit those guys! This is the spinning bird kick. Spinning bird kick. Even Jackie Chan got it right. My god, that's disturbing. So just to recap, in the span of one scene, they've tampered with Chun-Li's costume, her sexuality, and her signature move. We're only halfway through the movie.
Sissy.
So Bison gets sick of Chun-Li's meddling, so he sends Vega to kill her. Finally, two Street Fighter characters fighting one another. I'm tapped out. Can somebody else handle this? I got a problem with the scene, pendejo. In the middle of the scene, Chun-Li knocks off Vega's mascara and he turns out to be Native American? What the fuck, pendejo? Vega's the only Latino character in all of Street Fighter. What, are you afraid of some Latino hate? What? Was Freddy Rodriguez not available? Cause he'd be all like, fuck you, bitch. A lover could have played Vega. I'd be all like, I cut you, bitch. So Chun-Li and the rest of the Idiot Brigade go to stop Bison from doing nothing. As it turns out, the super secret cargo he was transporting was his daughter. Okay, well I guess transporting your children is illegal in Bangkok. Well, that's just stupid. At least the Bison in the other Street Fighter movie wanted to take over the world. Raul, Julia! Well, that was weird. Finally, Chun-Li finds her father and... oh.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Here we go, the final battle between good and evil. Vengeance will be... WTF, mofo? Didn't this guy have evil mystical cave powers earlier? I mean, he was freaking invincible throughout the whole movie. Not even Kung Fu Jesus could beat him. And now he's all like, oh, I have something in my eye. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna bust you in the most insulting way to bust a Street Fighter movie.
Finish it! Get over here!
ERod wins.
This movie's Blanca barf. While there might be some good fight scenes in it, none of them are in between the Street Fighter characters. Other than the moron twins, the rest of the actors in this movie actually do a pretty good job, especially Kristen Crook, who brushed up on her martial arts and is actually a pretty believable badass. The sad thing is that she gave up her role as Lana Lang on Smallville to do this. Now, if you want to watch a decent live-action Street Fighter movie, just watch The Quest starring JCVD. Believe me, that's the closest you're gonna get. There are counterparts in that movie to almost all the Street Fighter characters, except for Chun-Li. He's in Bloodsport. So that's one busted, 1,000 more to go. I'm ERod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster.